Hello students, let us now further continue with the topic of ellipse. Now we have already seen in both of my previous videos on this topic that the equation of a horizontal ellipse is x squared over a squared plus y squared over b squared equal to 1, where a is greater than b. Where a is the length of semi-major axis and b is the length of the semi-minor axis. Similarly, the equation of the vertical ellipse is y squared over a squared plus x squared over b squared is equal to 1, a being greater than b, where a is the length of semi-major axis and b is the length of semi-minor axis. Also, for an ellipse, we know that a squared equal to b squared plus c squared. So let us now do the concept of latus rectum of an ellipse. Latus rectum of an ellipse is a line segment perpendicular to the major axis through any of the foci and whose endpoints lie on the ellipse. That is, latus rectum is a line through the focus, any one of them, perpendicular to the major axis, and its length is the portion intercepted between the ellipse. So let us let us first find out the length of the latus rectum of an ellipse. So let's consider a horizontal ellipse. Let AB be the endpoints of the latus rectum. Now clearly, since AB is perpendicular to the x-axis and it passes through the focus F1, so this x coordinate of A will be the same as that of F1, and so the x coordinate of A is C. Similarly, let the distance of A from F1 be L, so that the length of the latus rectum is 2L and the y coordinate of A is L. Now, for A to be the end point of the latus rectum, it lies on the ellipse and so should satisfy the equation of the ellipse. So let us substitute the coordinates of A in this equation. Clearly, we have to substitute C and L in place of X and Y and not in place of AB. This you have to keep in mind because XY is a point lying on the ellipse and A also is a point lying on the ellipse. So substituting, we get C squared over A squared plus L squared over B squared equal to 1. Which on solving gives us L square equal to B square over A square into A squared minus C squared. But for an ellipse, A squared minus C squared is equal to B squared. So replacing this with B squared, we get L squared equal to B raised to power 4 upon A squared, which implies and is implied by L is equal to B squared by A. Clearly here we take only the positive part, as L being a length or distance can never be negative. And thus we have the length of latus rectum is equal to 2b squared upon A. Now similarly, for a vertical ellipse also, the length of latus rectum is equal to 2b squared over A, which can be checked taking that as an example. Now let us start with exercise 11.3. So I'll just take up a few questions and the rest can be done on the same lines as what I have discussed. Question number 7. We are given equation of this kind. So first of all, we will clearly we first observe that the coefficient of x squared and y squared are not equal. It means it is not a circle. Now divide throughout by the right hand side, because for it to be an ellipse, the right hand side needs to be 1. So dividing throughout by 144, the equation gets converted to x squared over 4 plus y squared over 36 equal to 1. Now here it is clearly a vertical ellipse, as the denominator of x squared is smaller than that of denominator of y squared. And so comparing with the standard form of the equation of a vertical ellipse, we get that a squared is the denominator of y squared, which is 36, which gives us a is equal to 6. B squared being the denominator of x squared is 4, and which gives us b is equal to 2. Also, we know that for an ellipse, a squared equal to b squared plus c squared, which gives us c squared equal to a squared minus b squared when it is 32. Solving, we get c is equal to square root of 32, which is 4 root 2. Again, here we'll take up only the positive part, as c is a distance or a length. Now, coordinates of foci for a vertical ellipse are 0, plus minus c, and so we get it as 0, plus minus 4 root 2. This we have to be very careful about writing the coordinates, because for a vertical ellipse the vertices as well as the foci, they lie on the x-axis, whereas for a on a y-axis, whereas for a horizontal ellipse they lie on the x-axis. So here, since it's a vertical ellipse, so the coordinates of foci would lie on the y-axis, and so the coordinates would be 0, plus minus 4 root 2. Length of major axis is equal to 2a, which is 2 into 6, which is 12. Length of minor axis is 2b, which is 2 into 2, which is 4. Eccentricity E is defined as c by a and will be equal to 4 root 2 upon 6, which comes out to be 2 root 2 over 3. And length of latus rectum is equal to 2b squared over a, which is 2 into 4 by 6, which comes out to be 4 by 3. Now, let's take up question number 9, which is similar, but the equation is given to be 4x squared plus 9y squared equal to 36. Again, we first check the coefficient of x square and y square. These are not same, and so it's not a circle. Dividing throughout by the right hand side, which is 36, we get the equation as x square over 9 plus y square over 4 equal to 1. Clearly, it's an horizontal ellipse. So, comparing with the standard form, we get a squared is the denominator of x square, which is 9, b square equal to denominator of y square, which is 4, and solving, we get c square equal to a square minus b square, which comes out to be 5. So, coordinates of foci would be, now since it's a horizontal ellipse, foci will lie on the x-axis and will have the coordinates plus minus c, 0, and comes out to be plus minus root 5, 0. Length of major axis is 2a, which comes out to be 6. Length of minor axis 2b comes out to be 4. Eccentricity E is c by a, which comes out to be root 5 over 3. Length of latus rectum comes out to be 2b squared over a, which is 8 by 3. Now, I'm taking one more question, and then rest all can be done accordingly on the same lines. Question number 20. We are given that the major axis is along the x-axis, and so clearly it's a horizontal ellipse. And we are given 2 points through which the ellipse passes. One is 4, 3, and the other one is 6, 2. So, since the major axis is along the x-axis, it's a horizontal ellipse, and so let the equation be x squared over a square plus y squared over b square equal to 1. Now, it passes through 4, 3. So, in place of x and y, we will substitute 4 and 3, and we get the equation like this. It also passes through 6, 2, and so in place of x and y, we will substitute 6 and 2, and we get the equation like this. Calling them as equation number 1 and 2, we see that the right hand side of both 1 and 2 are the same. So, comparing, we get the left hand sides are also same, which gets solved to b square equal to a squared by 4 or a squared equal to 4b squared. Substituting this in any one of these equations, so let's substitute in equation number 1, we get b squared equal to 13, and substituting in this expression, we get a square is 4b square, which comes out to be 52, and so the required equation comes out to be x square over a square, which is 52, plus y square over b square, which is 13, is equal to 1. On the same lines, the similar problems can be solved, and this whole exercise can be completed. Thank you.